Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Alright, in this video we're going to be installing, well, hardwiring the radar detector in my 2023 Tesla Model 3. Alright, so let's get started. So, I have a 2023 Tesla Model 3. Obviously, if you have this car and you watch this video, you probably know the complications of doing a radar detector. You have basically a two choice. One choice is to plug into the 12-volt outlet down into, I think it's in the center console, or you can hardwire. Okay. Drawbacks, pros and cons of each. If you hardwire, pros is it's a cleaner look. It comes on when you turn the car on. It goes away when you turn the car off or lock the car. And that's pretty much it. The cons is maybe like, you're trying to move it to car, then you'll need to make sure each car is hardwired so you can just boot the detector. Now, if you're looking at plugging in through the 12-volt outlet, obviously the pros is flexibility. You can just grab it, go move it between the cars. But the con is just you got a cord hanging down, and nobody wants a cord hanging down the middle of the dashboard. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. So only thing you need is a trim removal tool, screwdriver, a screw of some type, and I can't tell you which this is, but something like this will work. And you'll need a hardwire kit, which I'll link in the description. Actually, everything will be linked in the description. Okay, and then obviously radar detector. In this example, we're using the Uniden R7. All right, first thing you do is come into your passenger side, on your passenger compartment. Now this car is pretty much new, doesn't have many miles on it. I think I'm only at 1,200 miles, so everything should be where it should be. I'm just gonna grab in here. I'm gonna pull this back with my hand. Okay. Pull this trim off. Okay, that's out. From here, you'll expose a little trim piece. Needs to be removed. You can use something like this to remove it. I just pop that out. Try this with one hand. Okay, that's out. I can expose this. Look at your wire looms. See, this one doesn't have anything. This one just has certain colors. This one here, you want to pull this out. There's different colors. There's one really bright red wire. There's one that's kind of pinkish, but one really bright red one. That's the one we're going to use. You can see the two wires I have out here. I just pulled the two. There's one that's pink, one that's red. I'm going to use it from this lower one. Anything else up here, I'm not going to touch. But right here is what I'm going to use. I'm going to take this piece. This is just going to crimp onto that red wire. Now, just keep in mind, this doesn't cut the wire or any type of splicing. You can see here, I just slide it here into the notch. I'm gonna close this. You hear the audible click. Okay, click. It's in. All right. Now we're kind of, what it does is slightly just catches the insulation, catches the wire, and then now I should be able to clamp onto the next piece. Okay. Okay, here, this is going to insert into the red wire. This is your power. And the cool thing about this Hardwire kit, it already comes with a fuse. Okay. So I'll plug this in. Alright, make sure it's seated all the way. Okay, that's plugged in. Now, see how you have this one hole and you got this one that's like a screw right there? That's what I'm gonna use. That's gonna be your ground. And you're just gonna, I like that bolt that I picked. I'm gonna put it right through here. Now I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try to do this with main thing is you don't want to drop it. All right. The threads may not be exact, but something just... And I dropped it. It's a good thing it's magnetic. Okay. All right, so that's grounded. Okay, we pretty much have power to the dash camera. We can test it by plugging this in. All right. Now the way this is set up, it doesn't turn on unless the car is on. Right now it looks like the car is on. But let's get into the driver's side and see what it looks like when we hit the brake. All right, so I'm gonna do, right now I'm in the car, I haven't done anything else, just like when you first walk in. I'm gonna go ahead and touch the brake pedal to activate the car. This should turn on the radar detector. So the car wakes up.
KA band. Laser.
All right.
GPS connected.
Now, if I get out the car, or if I say shut the door, the car turns back off again. It should turn it off. Okay, let's come back around. And see it's off. The car is asleep. I should tell you, your piece may be hidden back here if you had to pull this little piece out. Just make sure you put it back in when you're done. Just slides in here like this. Okay, and then it's going to be the one to connect right there. But before we put everything back together, let's route our cable. So I want the cable to route this way. We want it to come up this direction. And then we have the A pillar up here. All right, now I can go around here and then cut across, but I like to somehow come up in front of the airbag. You can cut in front of the airbag. Honestly, the airbag isn't going to impede, or sorry, the cord isn't going to impede the airbag deployment. I think that's the last thing that the airbag's going to be restricted by, because they come out with such force. It's probably just going to break that, tear that cord in half. Because obviously at that point you really want your cable back and your car's in total airbag deployment. So go ahead and best thing to do is come over here. Some cars have a screw, this car does not, so I'm just going to grab in here. And in here I'm just going to pull. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to do, I'm going to run the cable up behind here. Now when you get here, you can see where the airbag starts. I don't want to go in front of the airbag, so I'm gonna come around the other side. So I'm gonna run the cable up and around. You might grab your hand in here. And just keep pulling, pull everything out. Okay. And then you can run it along the top here, above. Try to get above this piece up here, this little plastic piece. You can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to do this all in while I'm doing this, as I'm talking to you through it. All right, now you see how the cord is coming across. And then from here, just tuck it back. And look how much extra I have. I got plenty. So I don't need to have all this extra cord. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull some of this down to this area. I want it just so I have just enough here. And then from here, you got the radar detector powered. So at this point, it's really your discretion of how you want your detector to look. You know, if you're doing a windshield mount or a mirror mount, you know, obviously you want to make sure you have enough slack accordingly. You can just use this. Okay, that's done. It's time to secure all the pieces back together. So this extra cord, I'm just gonna tuck it back in here. I'm gonna fasten everything in kind of reverse order. When you come back here, make sure that you suck these teeth back in to their set slots, so this sits back in there just like it. Okay. Take your piece back. And the way this works is just put this right in here. Okay. Then you lock it in place by pressing it down. Okay. All right. Now see how they got this rubber seal? I need to fix that. So I'm just gonna take a trim piece, kind of pull it back on that to get that overlap. It needs to be overlapped. Use your hands to get the rest of it. So that feels just like it should be. Last piece is this one. Yeah, I think I just clicked right in here. I think it anchors in first. seat this back in with the airbag, all that you to do is just pop it back in. Let's pop back in, and then again the seal, pull that out. Then from here you can pop that piece back on. Let's fix the rest of this. Okay. All right. Now I can just mount my detector. I can do the suction cup how I want to do it. And go from there. Alright, if you found the video helpful, give me a thumbs up, share the video, and then if you want to see more Tesla content, BMW content, Range Rover content, any other car content, maybe look at my other videos and then consider a subscription. Thanks for watching.